Recently, we've had a number of customers ask us how can they leverage their Bitcoin to buy a property. So basically, in these scenarios, we would look at client overall income, assets, and liabilities. So we start with the Bitcoin. We look at what is needed, what is the value, how much deposit do we need to buy a house. So what we can do with certain high net worth individuals is you raise a deposit using your Bitcoin. Let's say you have 3 million of Bitcoin, you want to raise 1 million to purchase a property. What happens is you look at your overall income, assets, and liabilities. You would custody the value of your Bitcoin with the bank, who would then arrange a loan against your Bitcoin to release cash to give you the deposit for the property. Once you have your 1 million deposit, we will then negotiate with a different bank that arranges mortgages on how to create a solution. In these sorts of examples, what can happen is you will borrow probably less than 65% loan to value on your property purchase, use your deposit from your Bitcoin. A mathematical calculation would take place where how much interest is going to be needed over the next 3 to 5 years. And what would happen is you would custody your interest cash with the bank that arranges the mortgage. So that mortgage is serviced for the next 3 to 5 years. So you have lots of time if you have major financial challenges that your home is not at risk. And obviously, you have to be a certain type of individual that's prepared to accept these risks. Normally, these sorts of solutions are for high net worth investors who are happy to take risk and understand fully the implications if things go wrong. But essentially, you custody your Bitcoin, you release the deposit. The deposit then helps you find a property, and you will then arrange a normal mortgage using that deposit. And also, if your income is a challenge, there are lenders in the high net worth space, private bank operations, who would custody your interest payments for the next 3 to 5 years on one side of the balance sheet for the mortgage. The other side of the balance sheet, they'll arrange the mortgage. For high net worth people, it's normally interest only, 5 year period. The interest is taken from the cash reserves that you've raised from your Bitcoin. And that generally is how it works. Now, in volatile markets that we've seen recently with interest rates rising, Bitcoin has also been rising. But obviously, there are times when Bitcoin falls and there may be margin calls.